Throughout his election campaign, U.S. President Donald Trump pledged to end the war in Gaza and restore peace in the Middle East, a promise that garnered widespread support. While a ceasefire took place in January, truce talks have dragged on, and the Israeli Security Cabinet has now reportedly approved a renewed military offensive in Gaza. Associate Professor Saeed Khan from Wayne State University shares how the Arab American community is reacting to these developments.
I wouldn't even say that there's been little progress on Gaza. I think that there is a full-out regression of the conditions there. Right now, the kill rate in Gaza, in the casualty rate, is far higher than it was under the Biden administration. The severance of all humanitarian aid and the misery on the people of Gaza is far greater than it was under Biden. Now, the community is in many ways experiencing a form of paralysis. They are in shock because of how dire the situation is. There is also perhaps among some a case of buyer's remorse or voter's remorse, maybe even a bit of guilt that they have in their minds or estimation, or at least as the accusations are then leveled against them, contributed to the further misery of Gaza and having made it worse in many ways. They do try to provide some kind of buffeting of this. For example, evidence that recently came to light that the Biden administration, in fact, lied. They did nothing to try to facilitate a ceasefire. In fact, they did quite the opposite. So those kinds of snippets that are now coming to the fore provide some kind of rationalization or some kind of way to dampen the way that the community is essentially feeling completely horrified by what is not only going on, but what members of the community may have, in an inadvertent way, contributed to Trump coming to power. The other problem is, in many cases, they're afraid to speak out because they see that any kind of criticism about Israel, any kind of support for the Palestinians may then place them under greater scrutiny. Anything that they may have posted on social media is being vetted by the State Department. It could impact travel. And now we find that the line of between being a citizen and the protections that it is supposed to afford and those who are non-citizens of the United States is a line that is really being blurred day by day. So the idea then that detentions or even deportations are possible simply based on opinion and simply based on speech or social media posting have had an absolutely chilling effect on the community, the likes of which arguably weren't even seen in the days after 9/11.